In the small town of Riverview, nestled in a valley surrounded by lush green forests, a mysterious incident unfolded one foggy autumn evening. The town's residents whispered about the strange occurrences happening in the abandoned asylum on the outskirts of town. The dilapidated building, known as the Ravenwood Asylum, held dark secrets that none dared to explore. But when Sarah Bellamy, a young and ambitious journalist, received an anonymous tip about a series of unexplained deaths linked to the asylum, she saw an opportunity to unravel the truth behind the haunting rumors. Armed with her curiosity and determination, Sarah embarked on a journey to uncover the mysteries of Ravenwood Asylum. As she delved deeper into the dark history of the abandoned institution, she discovered that it was once a place for the mentally unstable, run by a notorious psychiatrist named Dr. Maxwell Rookwood. Rumored to be conducting unethical experiments on his patients, Dr. Rookwood's legacy cast a shadow of fear over the town for decades. Sarah's investigation led her to an old psychiatric patient, Mrs. Abigail Blackwood, who had been admitted to Ravenwood Asylum in the 1970s. Mrs. Blackwood, now a recluse living on the outskirts of town, claimed to possess knowledge of the asylum's darkest secrets. She confided in Sarah, revealing that Dr. Rookwood's experiments had triggered a chain of tragic events that still haunted the town to this day. Through Mrs. Blackwood's chilling accounts, Sarah learned about a patient named Emily Sullivan, a young woman with a troubled past who had been subjected to Dr. Rookwood's experimental treatments. Emily's obsession with a mysterious entity known as the Obscura had driven her to madness, leading to a series of bizarre and gruesome deaths among the asylum's staff and patients. Determined to uncover the truth, Sarah dug deeper into Emily's story, retracing her steps and exploring the eerie corridors of the abandoned asylum. As she pieced together the fragments of the past, Sarah began to experience strange and inexplicable occurrences herself. Shadows seemed to move in the corners of her vision, whispers echoed through the empty halls, and a sense of foreboding crept over her like a shroud. One fateful night, as Sarah delved into the asylum's records in the dimly lit archives, she stumbled upon a hidden chamber that had been sealed for decades. Inside, she found a collection of old journals belonging to Dr. Rookwood, detailing his experiments with Emily Sullivan and the entity she called the Obscura. The journals spoke of a dark power that fed on human fear and despair, a malevolent force that had been unleashed upon the asylum by Emily's twisted obsession. As Sarah pored over the journals, she felt a cold presence enveloping her, a sinister energy that seemed to seep into her very soul. The shadows in the room coalesced into a swirling vortex of darkness, and a haunting voice whispered in her ear, "The Obscura demands sacrifice. Will you offer yourself to its insatiable hunger?" Terrified but resolute, Sarah sealed the journals and fled from the chamber, determined to confront the evil that lurked within Ravenwood Asylum. Racing against time, she sought out Mrs. Blackwood for guidance, but found the old woman gone, leaving behind a cryptic message, "Beware the shadows, for the Obscura sees all." With a sense of impending doom weighing heavily on her, Sarah returned to the asylum, her heart pounding with fear and determination. As she entered the decaying building, she was confronted by a twisted figure shrouded in shadows, its eyes glowing with malevolent intent. The entity spoke through cracked lips, a hollow voice echoing with the torment of 1,000 lost souls. "You have trespassed into my domain, mortal," the entity hissed. "The Obscura demands retribution for the sins of the past. Will you offer yourself as a vessel for its vengeance?" In a moment of clarity and resolve, Sarah understood the true nature of the entity that haunted Ravenwood Asylum. It was not a ghost or a demon, but a manifestation of fear and despair, a product of Dr. Rookwood's twisted experiments and Emily Sullivan's shattered psyche. The Obscura thrived on suffering and misery, feeding on the darkness within the human soul. With a steely gaze and unwavering courage, Sarah confronted the entity, refusing to succumb to its malevolent influence. Drawing upon her inner strength and resilience, she challenged the Obscura, daring it to face the light of truth and redemption. In a blinding flash of light, the shadows dissipated, and the entity wailed in anguish as it faded into oblivion, its dark presence banished from the asylum forever. As the dawn broke over Riverview, Sarah emerged from Ravenwood Asylum, her spirit tempered by the trials she had faced and the mysteries she had unraveled. The town's residents watched in awe as she stood before them, a beacon of hope and courage in the face of darkness. And though the scars of the past would linger, Sarah knew that she had triumphed over the obsessive mind that had sought to consume her. And so, the tale of Ravenwood Asylum faded into memory, a cautionary reminder of the perils of obsession and the power of courage to overcome even the darkest of shadows. Sarah Bellamy, the intrepid journalist who had dared to delve into the depths of madness, became a legend in Riverview, her name whispered in reverence and awe by those who knew the truth behind the mystery of the obscura. And as the town healed from its scars, a new sense of peace and hope settled over the valley, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit in the face of unspeakable horrors.